Well, happy Friday. Another day, another dollar, another shout, another holler. And how lucky are we to be here together, finally, after all these years. You know, art is more than smart. It's what you make of it. It's how you can differentiate all the things you see in front of you. It's a way to let go of the future. Drawing is fun. And it can be scary. Hello, Juris. Happy Friday. Just adding little circles into a drawing. Live on YouTube. Another day. Another holler. I'm just on like a repeat button now. Thank you, Manuel. Hello, Marga. Good morning. Hope everybody's morning is going fantastic so far. So far, so good over here. It's going to be a busy day, busy morning, and then I'll be able to relax towards the evening, and then some other friends are going to come and chillax at the house with me and the homies. It's going to be a good day, even though I'm already off to a very anxious start. But I got all my ducks in a row. I got everything going that I need to get going. And I'm not afraid. God damn it. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the world. I'm not afraid of boys and girls. I'm not afraid of old people and middle-aged people. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of raccoons chasing after me across the street. I'm not afraid of the wandering willow-wingers washing over me. But I'm afraid of never eating a strawberry in the darkness of your heart. La 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 oh God, yeah. 'Cause I'm not afraid of the birds and the bees. But I'm afraid of monkeys like you and me, making fire in the alleyways of life. That got kind of dark. But it was all true. If Jesus is the king, he's not doing a good job. We're back at this. We're back to this. Last time it was God, this time it was Jesus. Jesus. Didn't learn nothing from the last roast you got. Didn't hear one word, did he, Pastor? Heavens to Betsy. I preached to him for like an hour last time and didn't even learn one thing. Oh, didn't learn about respect. Or just common sense. I don't care what you believe, just don't yell it at the top of your lungs at 5:30 in the morning on a Friday. When I'm at church, I'm in church right now, but I'm not going to tell you what kind of church. Because I'm not here to push anything on you. I'm here to do two things: be a badass, be like a total and utter badass, and chew some bubble gum. And it looks like I'm almost out of art. I mean, wait, I think I messed that up. No, that was good. That was good. My viewers are smart. They can breathe underwater and see in the dark. That's how smart they are. Wait, what's up with the lighting? Why is it doing that? I hope everybody's morning is going great so far, though. Even yours, manager. And I wish that from the bottom of my heart, nobody else's. think we need to put all that kind of stuff aside anyways and just cut to the crust of it all. Slice to the dice. Find things in common instead of barking things at each other. We need to come together. Can't do that with certain things. Or maybe you just shouldn't. It's what's in our heart that should govern us, not what's in the sky. We are the gods, not them. That's what I love about Fridays. Philosophical Fridays, everybody. I'll be you and you be me. Put myself in your shoes and we'll go drink some tea. I don't know. I was trying to rhyme. It didn't really matter. I'm just trying to impress ya. Y'all just make me giggle. You make me giggle, son. I just like going through and messing with just the little details and stuff. Adding little things that I never thought I would add. Like right here, for example. I'm just gonna add another eyeball. And not for a lack of eyeballs, that's for darn sure. Maybe for just to have one more, you know? Maybe just to have one more. Why not? It's your art. Use it when you want it. That's all I've been trying to say all these years. No one listens. Local, I think you are pretty much like the coolest person I've ever met in my entire life. I would never lie to you. This is the internet. It's impossible to lie on the internet. It will come back to bite you. I can also see in the dark, float in the air at will, towards will, and playing poker. I'm playing a game of chess from across the world with a man named Will. He goes by William. His name's William Chess Player. Imagine that, being born with that name and growing up to be a scholar and a wonderful human being and a great chess player. Great chess player. Talk about living up to your name. Am I right or am I right? Oh, golly gosh darn dang. Y'all just crack me up. And these comments, they I got the zoomies. I'm up here, I just pooped and I got the zoomies. I'm running around the house like a crate, like a chicken with my zoomies cut off. Oh God, that hurt. I think I just broke something. It don't matter, I broke it for y'all. I'm breaking it for you, that's all. Like breakdancing. Something builds up that way. That way later on, we can break it apart again and give it new meaning. Best way to change your life is to upset it. If you're lost, the best way to get found is to make some noise. Even if the noise is uncomfortable. Hell, especially if the noise is uncomfortable and you're forced to talk like this. Trust me, it's no fun. That's why it's best just to let artists do it for you. You might think you're one of them, but you're not. I mean, unless you are, in which case you are, and I was wrong. I was wrong. Lo siento. I live in the land of sorrow. And sometimes in the land of joy. Most of the time it's the land of sorrow, though. It's a very long, flat, dry land. I'd rather be sinking in the middle of the ocean than being on that dry land. There's nowhere to sit, and there's nowhere to stand. If you have coffee, please drink. Drink for the love of God and the death of the devil. For everything is a rebirth. Morning, night, life, death, blossom, shriveled up flower on your bench. I put them on my bedside for the little flower fairy. Comes in the night, takes the dead flower, buries it in the garden, and leaves you a quarter. I don't know how or why, but it's been happening ever since I was a child. I leave a dead flower on the nightstand, wake up in the morning, and I've got 50 cents. It's gone up over the years. Quite up. Sometimes they just leave a 50-cent piece, and it's just like, I can't. What am I supposed to do with that? I mean, shoot at a werewolf? I mean, come on now, pure silver? Ain't nobody gonna think that's real if I take it into the store. Come on now. J-Ways. Anyways, friends. That's where I was going with that, I think. I don't know why, but that's where I was going with that. Oh, it's the back rooms. Gotta go. There's lots of earthquakes in California. Hold on. That's right, I'm writing from the Peninsula. The California Peninsula. It's not even a state anymore, it's an island. Very tropical. It's a sliding island. It slides south towards the equator. The Great Equator. And it shakes us all up for a while. Gives us a good rattle. And sends us back. No harm, no foul. Mostly just dismay and confusion. But no harm and no foul. No birds, no beasts, all that stuff. Is anybody writing this down? And if not, could you start? If you want me, I can start. If you want me to, I can just start all over. I've been on for 20 minutes. Yeah, I can just start all over. I could just do it all verbatim. Who is verbatim and how did they get that job? No. That's impossible. It got quiet in here. I don't know why. I started thinking about stuff that's going on in my life and I started getting freaked out for a second. I'm in one of those like lull periods where things are really scary and weird. And I'm trying to change my perspective. But it's hard because reality is a thing. And I can't wish it all away. I actually have to do some work this time. And it sucks because I'm lazy, yellow, and disrespectful. Does anybody want some turkey pot pie? I just made some. It's really good. It's really... Shh, shh, shh. I've got to be quiet because the earthquakes are coming. If they hear me, they'll shake the foundation down around us. Oh my gosh. If you thought you knew what earthquakes were, you were wrong. You were wrong. You gotta be quiet or they'll hear you. I picture Shane from Walking Dead when I do that voice. You've gotta be quiet or they'll hear you. doing that? Just like with life, it's the little things, friends. If it means chipping away, that's what it means. If it means throwing it all on the Bobby, that's what it means too. You gotta find your own way of dealing with it. Your own way of accepting it all, making sense of it. It's one of the hardest things ever. Like I always say, the best and most important freedom you can ever hope to have in this world is to just be your damn self. But it's also just a matter of, I guess, learning how to accept yourself. That's when you can be yourself, you know? Or at least start building bigger, better walls. Not to keep people out or in or anything like that, or yourself out or in, but just a foundation to build from, you know, to keep building up from. Instead of looking down. I have a horrible habit of looking at the past and regretting what I said or did or whatever, you know, in the past. And it causes me to have great mental turmoil because I'm unable to shut things off. And I look at other people. I know everybody's going through their own thing, but I'm jealous of other people that seemingly don't have those things going on in their minds. Or they can just let things just ride off them like water beating off the back of a duck. But things stick to me, unfortunately. But that's my great lesson in this life, this time around, is to be the duck and just let things beat off you. And just enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. It's not like they're sitting there like just fretting. They're just sitting there being a duck. And I just want to sit there and be a duck. Isn't that the American dream? Isn't that the humanoid dream, after all? Where's Team Quack when you need him? Plus, I think ducks are cool. They're really pretty. I used to sit at a park in Ashland, Oregon. And it's called Lithia Park. Beautiful park. And I used to sit there and just watch the ducks and draw them and stuff. I named one of these beautiful little park ducks. I named him Ducky. I don't know why, it just kind of came to me. I'm pretty clever. Oh, Ducky. I wonder where Ducky is now. All right. Well, I gotta run. I got things to do. It's gonna be a long day. I gotta go get some rest before it starts. Thanks, Pastor. It's coming together. It's getting bigger. It's gonna be across the whole page. I'm gonna try to put a better border on it this time. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. It looks like a xenomorph. Possibly. Thanks, Acid Monkeys. I appreciate that. I'm gonna be... There, I show my ugly mug. I'm gonna be showing my work in Morro Bay this weekend. And probably not wearing this hat. I'm definitely taking the door with me. That's behind me. And I'm gonna have my friends carry me in on the door. I'm gonna be on top of the door, like breakdancing or something like that. No, but there's this event where I live in, it's like 20 something miles away from here. And it's called Morro Bay. Morro Bay Art in the Park. And I have a booth. So I've got like my tent and everything. I'm just nervous because it's just so much energy that I'm not used to, you know. But all you have to do once your tent is set up is just kind of sitting there like it's your little store. And I've worked customer service for so long, it's just, you know. But it should be fun. It's just different when it's your art because it's not like my work is like, you know, oceans and whales and dolphins and stuff. It kind of freaks people out sometimes. But I think in a good way most of the time. So what's gonna be the title of my boxing match with the other artists, or you mean the drawing? That this one? Does the finger help? The title of it? That's a good question. I don't really title my stuff as much as I used to. This one would probably be called Eyeballs in the Afterlife, or Scorpion Tails and Jitterbugs. Probably that. Scorpion Tails and Jitterbugs. And everybody's gonna come to my house and we're gonna sit in a big circle around a table and break bread together. And nobody's gonna talk about the bad stuff. We're all just gonna talk about the good stuff. And it'll be like the good old days. And then we'll bust out the game. You ever played that game Taboo? Or Win, Lose, or Draw. And some of us will beat the rest of you. Or we'll be on your team and we'll help you kick some ass and take some names and chew some bubblegum. All that shit. Whatever. Overthinking is like the thing, yeah, that's the thing. It's so hard not to. Everything kind of, when everything, you know how it is, like when everything kind of comes crashing in. Like that David Matthews. Like the David Matthews song. Crash into me. And it can be, you know, you can be having a great day and then all of a sudden you think of something or some pressing thing that's coming up or whatever it is in your life and it's like, oh my gosh, and it just puts you on notice, you know, and you can't, it's hard to shake it until you can actually fake it until you make it. That's all I'm trying to say. You've got to shake it to fake it until you can make it, especially in this business. So, but yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend and I'm gonna have the booth set up for 3 days. So instead of the 2-day thing at usual arts in the parks, because they're just weekend events, this is 3 days, and it's supposed to be like the biggest art the biggest one of them out of all of them around here. And when I first moved here a year ago, this dude in this head shop told me I should apply for it. And since then, I had a solo show at this place downtown, and they showed some of my like more interesting drawings and stuff. They showed my drawings, I mean, actually. And somebody pointed it out. They're like, it's nice to see illustrations in a gallery. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess that's true. It is nice, especially when it's mine. So, um, yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. um, but it's also this thing too, where in these sorts of places, people, because you go and visit these like art festivals and stuff, and sometimes the people are really open to talking, but you can also tell they've answered the same questions over and over and over and over and over, you know. But it's also a chance to just to, you know, be able to answer those questions and maybe make a, make a few bucks and pay for your booth or something like that. That's all I'm hoping to do is break even. So anything else is a bonus. But that's my goal. Um, yeah. It is just kind of hard selling your work when it is so personal. But that's why it's so meaningful too, because if somebody's buying it, that means it's like it touched them as well. Like it becomes personal. Art is like that. It's like a song. How it it becomes you can hear it a million times, but then you hear it at the right time, and it becomes personalized to you, and it's never the same after that. It's just and art and visual art is the same way. Once you get it, you absorb it, and once it's on your wall, it becomes something that you just look at all the time, or even if it's out of your peripheral. That's what good art does. Is it stands out even when you're not looking at it. Just knowing it's there is comforting, and that there's so much. There's you know just as many people as there are on the planet. Practically, there's different forms of art, even within the same disciplines and stuff. And I just think that's really it's its own universal language that many of us can tap into quite easily and become somebody else for a while, like shaman. I mean, the greatest artists, practically, that created civilization, from their visions or whatever, from where to settle, from when to settle, and to like when to plant, and then they started building all these monuments where they'd go and meditate and use their minds for creative purposes, changing the world around them as they saw it, written in the stars. There was these creative brains, that creative spark in us that kept us just curious and interested in the natural world around us until it just became a part of us. And now we're absolutely integrated into it in a way that if we were to lose it, we would practically lose everything overnight. Look what happened when we didn't have toilet paper for 2 days. Criminy. Humans really are just cleverly disguised animals, cute little critters. But it's just that we get in the way of ourselves. But I have hope. It's just that sometimes it's just fun to be pessimistic. It's just great to be negative. You too, acid monkeys. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I'm gonna go get ready for it. And talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and that's the point, Pastor. Yeah. The art always finds its people, People always find their art. That is another part of like a huge positive of making it, is that, like I've said before, when I do a piece and it's not what I think is good, and then somebody else walks in the room and I'm getting ready to throw it away or something, and they're like, what are you doing? That's great. And I just give it to them, and they're like, it moves them in some way that it didn't even for me. So I think every kind of art has a place, you know, and has the power to move somebody. That's why it cracks me up when I hear people like, "Oh yeah, I destroyed my paintings. I destroyed them. I just didn't want them to exist anymore." I'm like, "What? Somebody would have loved those paintings." You know, it's funny because I actually just threw a bunch away, but they were really crappy. There was nothing to them. But anywho, yeah, it's a universal language of creativity. It's a shared experience that we all get something from. You know, it's a very personal thing, but also this very public, out in the open thing that we just all take for granted, just share. I mean, we don't take it for granted necessarily, because I know a lot of people understand how crappy the world would be without art. But it's easy just to kind of just get everything to blend in, and that's the point too. Everything does, and that's how life imitates art, and so on and so forth. So I gotta go now, for sure. But I appreciate the company. You too, Pastor. I appreciate it. Have a good day now.